Blessings, a community of spouses. Listen, Coach T had to come outside for a moment and make this quick video. I want y'all to check out my shoes. Look. Listen, it's Freedom Friday today, all right? I had to come outside to do this video because my husband, he still be looking at me kind of strange when I make my videos. So I don't be wanting him to listen to everything I'm telling the people. So I had to come outside and make this video. But I had this moment just then, and the Lord spoke, and that was just like something I felt like I needed to share. I needed to share with the people. And so one of the things God brought to my attention was the times and the time in the moment where he basically graced me to be okay with my husband exiting. He basically graced me to be okay with my husband's exiting. And when I say exiting, I'm going to kind of like just give you the process of how that went, how that looked. And so this is not a video that many people will be in agreement with. And one of the reasons is because it's not something natural that we do as people. Naturally, you want your spouse by your side. Naturally, you want to, do things together as husband and wife. Naturally, you want to be able to communicate with your spouse and be able to do things with your spouse. Naturally, you want to be able to do those type of things. You want to be able to, come together and put your hands together and, come to agreement and sleep in the same room and go places together and make plans together, make arrangements together. Naturally, that's the naturally thing that we want to do as, husband and wife. And let me tell you, spouses, sometimes we don't necessarily get a naturally a marriage. We don't necessarily get a natural marriage. And sometimes God asks us to do some very, very hard stuff. He asks us to do some very, very hard stuff. And so one of the things he brought to me to share, well, I'm in a place where I can share it now, was the times when my husband would go and come. And this is what I was talking to you guys about, that false start type of thing or whatever. But he would go and come. I mean, he was home for 2 days. He may be gone for 1. He would go for 3 days. He may come home for 2 days. That was just his routine for a while. And so, I remember the Lord speaking to me specifically one day because I had got to the point where I was like, this done lost his mind, okay? I was just so fed up. And I remember just fussing and screaming and going back and forth with him. And the Lord got me by myself. I was getting ready to take a shower. He said, there is nothing I can do for you if you're trying to fight your battles. If you continue to try to fight this battle, there is nothing that I'm going to be able to do for you. If you keep on fussing with him, if you keep on bringing to his attention everything he's doing wrong and what he's doing, then there's no way I can get to him. Because I thought I was going to kill him, okay? I thought I was going to kill him. And so it was in that moment when God gave me the freedom to say, you know what, God, you are so right. This is not me anymore. This is all you, because me trying to do this is messing it up. And so God shut my mouth completely. He shut my mouth completely. And for, I want to say 3 months or so, my husband stayed on that same path. He went on that same path, going and coming. And I was completely okay with it. Naturally. Of course, you love that person still. You still have affection for them. You still want to do things with them. But God had shut all that down. I was not numb. I was at peace. And I was at peace knowing that God was working something greater behind the scenes. And so I just wanted to share that with spouses on today. I know the road that you may be on right now seems tough. I know the road that you're on right now may seem hard. Let me wait till all these cars pass by. I know it may be tough. You may be dealing with a spouse who's like a involving, door coming in and out, or that spouse who's there today, but has disconnected themselves from the marital covenant. That's a hard place to be in. And that's why I always like to emphasize to spouses, you have to know that you know. You have to get a word from God specifically on what to do concerning your marital covenant, trying to walk it out in your own strength, trying to do things in your own strength, you will not succeed. I'm just telling you straight up. You will not succeed. You will not succeed in your marital covenant. To watch your husband or your wife go in and out the door, go and come as they please, as if they're not even married. To watch your husband or your wife come in and out your life constantly and leave the house as if they're, my husband, he will pack up, take things with him, and he will be gone. And we won't see, and it became so routine. So we just started noticing that, okay, well, he'll be back in a couple of days, and God will always just have me to pray for him specifically. This is why it's so important that you stay connected and ask God to connect you to your spouse in the spirit realm, because in that way, you will be able to know what to pray for them specifically. You don't know what they got going on when they're going back and forth. You don't know what type of lifestyle they're living and the things that they're doing. You have to still use wisdom, and you really have to know what thus said the Lord concerning your marital covenant. So I just thought I would share that with spouses on today, just to encourage you. Listen, as you're going down this road, I call it the freedom road. The freedom road, meaning basically you get to a place where you come into complete freedom with what God is doing. Like, God, this is yours. Have your way in this. God, this is yours. May your will be done in this. God, this is yours. You just give me the strength what I need to be able to handle whatever is coming my way, to be able to handle whatever that you're trying to prepare me for in this marriage. The marriage stand is hard, spouses. Pursuing the covenant is hard. Warring for your marriage is hard. But I want to tell you this: if God has specifically given you a word, concerning your marital covenant and has told you to stand for your marriage covenant, it is not in vain. It is not in vain. You have to know that God specifically have told you to stand for your marital covenant. And it's only in that voice, in his voice, that you will know you're doing the right thing. Listen, anything can happen. Anything can turn. Anything can go all kinds of ways. But as long as you're doing your part, as long as you're doing what God has told you to do, you're going to walk out of it. You're going to walk out of this clear, free. So I just want to just share that with you on today, spouses. Get to a place, allow God to speak to your spirit, to let you be okay with your spouse, to let you be at peace, at ease with the decision that your spouse is making. Let you be okay with whatever decision that they've come to conclusion with. Because at the end of the day, they're accountable to God in their way, and we're accountable to God in our way. We have to do what God has told us to do. And if God gives you the grace to do it, he will see you through. Listen, spouses, I hope this message has been an encouragement and blessing to you. Blessings.